Imagine you're presented with two very different gifts. You're grateful, of course. However, one is wrapped very neatly with pressed corners and with a beautiful bow placed on top. The other looks like it was wrapped very quickly and looks like it may have been through a tornado. Which one are you most excited to unwrap? I agree. I also appreciate beautifully wrapped gifts. So over the past 17 years, wrapping, I've been the go-to wrapper in my family. So I've wrestled with wrapping paper and I've found the easiest way to wrap a gift. Now, with the holidays coming up, this is a great thing to have under your belt. And wrapping gifts is not only for the holidays, you can use this system to wrap gifts for birthdays, weddings, and graduations. First, you want to start off with the clean surface, because of course you don't want to have this morning's sticky breakfast attached to your wrapping paper. Now, I have a system that I like to follow. It's MCFTB, my cat follows the box, or measure, cut, fold, tape, and bow. Now, when you choose your paper, your wrapping paper, you don't want it to be too thin because it can rip and tear, or it to be too thick because it makes it harder to fold. So when you start, you want to place your gift top down on the wrapping paper. When you measure, you want to cover the entire box with the wrapping paper on the bottom, like so. On the sides, you want to go 3/4 up the box, and then you'll want to cut the excess paper. Here. So we have our gift upside down. And what you're going to do is we're going to take that bottom part first. And what I like to do is also fold over that cut part so that way it's nice and straight. And one thing that I like to do too is pre-cut my tape. That will allow you to move swiftly between the folding and taping process. It's harder to hold a fold and tape at the same time, so it'll make your life a little bit easier that way. So let's go ahead and tape. Next, you're going to want to fold and tape the sides. Now, when you're folding and taping the sides, you're going to want to think arrows. Make sure that you are creasing and keeping these corners nice and tight. Now, if it starts to do that, you're going to actually want to push down a little bit to make sure that it stays right in place. It starts to begin to push down. Tape. Do the same thing on the other side. Fold. Think of it as arrows. sure to push all the way down so that way it's nice and folded in there. And you're going to want to do the same thing on the other side. Okay. And then you're going to want to place your bow. So we've made our way through My Cat Follows the Box. And now you're ready to wrap a gift that you would be excited to unwrap or to open.